Bonjour à tous, ici Nathan Goli pour le prochain match des Warriors contre Washington Wizards. Donc la ville où les Warriors ont commenté, ont été voir Barack Obama hier. Les Warriors qui pour le moment ont une très bonne série de victoires.
Hello and welcome everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K
C'est surtout
Sports.
Curry qui donne
Tonight, it'll be the Golden State
beaucoup
Warriors
de
going
victoires,
up
c'est
against the
uniquement en regard.
Washington Wizards.
Très bonne stat
Washington
pour
has
Stephen
not been
Curry.
playing their best basketball. The goal tonight is clear. Figuring out a way to solidify some momentum. Coming into this game, they've struggled. Just 2-8 over their last 10. Well, for Golden State, they certainly didn't struggle before Steve Kerr became head coach, but since his arrival, he has this team executing one of the most beautiful offenses in the league.
It reminds me a little bit of the triangle. What I mean by that, there's constant motions and cuts in this defensive system. You know, it's much more than just a Splash Brothers shooting up threes. These guys are
La NBA qui
Yeah, you know, Steve, he did a great
qui ont
job of
désormais élu
blending
encore MVP Stephen Curry. I can do all things. Yeah. Ok, c'est parti.
We're here in Washington, D.C., and what a shot of the Capitol and the National Mall with all of its outstanding, beautiful monuments. Live from Washington, D.C., we bring you to the Verizon Center, the home of the Wizards. The Warriors are looking to end their road trip here with a strong outing.
Alors vraiment on a un petit problème
And so off the
de
tip,
mise à
it's
jour.
Washington's ball. All fueled up and
le
ready to
petit
go.
tant pis.
Let's check out who's on the floor.
Oh voilà, donc
Courtesy
la
of
balle
Gatorade.
qui était donnée
So for the Golden State Warriors right
aux
now,
Wizards.
Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. And it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. Now here's Oubre. And it's sent back by Bogut. Here's Curry with the 3.
Curry
First
for
shot
3,
for-
yes.
First basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim,
Voilà.
so good idea
3-0
to take the
en faveur
three
des
in
Warriors.
transition.
Curry qui donne
And when you
les
look at
premiers
Draymond
points.
Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though. And I remember talking early in his career with Tom
Et le
Izzo,
dunk.
Michigan State,
Très beau
saying
dunk.
those
The
exact
way.
things that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about it. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
Back to Thompson. Some nice passing by Golden State. Curry can't get it to go.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. First quarter, just over a minute played. And so it looks like the Wizards
Très beau pass de Andrew Bogut. Mais la balle qui sort donc. Balle au Wizard.
off the inbound. And Nene with the basket on the assist by Oubre. Now here's Curry. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thank you, Kevin. Randy Whitman and I spoke just briefly. He talked about the impact of opposing big man Andrew Bogut, saying there just aren't that many 7-footers with his kind of game. A great interior defender first and foremost. We can't get tunnel vision when we attack the rim. He's got size and strength.
Yes, sir. Beau match de Harrison Barnes.
Offensive rebounds. Let's see if they can keep
5-4.
Bogut from having a big game, guys.
And thank you for that, Doris. And Wall kicks to Oubre. Soft touch off the glass.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Pass to Curry. He feeds it to Bogut. And there's the 3-second violation. And now
Andrew
let's
Bogut
check
pour une
in
paire de
on the
balles
two
qui
guards
reste 3
from
secondes
around
dans la
the
raquette.
league. See
5 à
which one of
6
them
maintenant
displaying the
en faveur
stingiest
des
defense to
Washington.
span the last 10 games. Bradley Beal third.
And both the hand speed and general quickness of the players on that list are outstanding. Those are the qualities you need to be an effective perimeter defender.
And at shooting guard is where you'll usually find the team's best defender, and this group illustrates that clearly and perfectly. These fellas play the best on-ball D that you'll see in the NBA.
And Green gets it to go.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
For Washington, they've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Wall draws the double. Nene with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. The shot by Nene. No good. The Warriors leading. Well, nobody really knew, Greg, what to make of Washington going into last year's playoffs. They came out strong with a big sweep against a pretty good Raptors team.
Yeah, how about taking them down 4 straight?
Beaucoup de gâchis pour Stephen Curry en ce premier quart. Il est tenu par Stephen Ozone à 8-8.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
Now, here's Thompson. A 38-point game for him in the win against the Knicks in New York. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
And in the second
Thompson
round,
for 2 assists. Stephen Curry.
They went up 2-1 on the Hawks, but were unable to keep the series lead. A lot of close, heartbreaking losses for them in that series.
Here's Beal after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Beal the pass to Oubre. 6 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. And Bradley Beal with the 3. Beal's got himself on the board with 3 there. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth.
Curry for 3. Qui renvoie la... Donc Curry renvoie l'ascenseur.
Last year in the postseason, John Wall and his injury were a big turning point in that matchup, and all those buzzer beaters from both teams made it one of the most interesting series of the postseason.
Bogut kicks to Barnes. Wall against Curry. And the layup's good off the glass. Curry's got 8 points.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
Yeah, and last year it didn't matter whether it was on the home or on the road. They failed to take a game from either of the 2 meetings.
Yeah, and you know, they weren't used to seeing a team and not getting at least 1 win off of them last year, and that's what they're looking for now.
And Washington going with a whole new group here. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Robert Covington comes in for Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. And that one's good.
Livingston for good. 17-11 maintenant en faveur des Warriors. L'écart qui se creuse tout doucement. Washington qui n'a pas intérêt de baisser les bras maintenant. 3 points. Ça va pour Washington. Barbosa pour un layup qui est raté.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Now, here's Stevenson. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Again, the miss by Chandler.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
Here's Sessions. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
And here's Covington from the arc, and that one's good. Covington's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Neal. Shot, no good.
Alors voilà, 22-11 à la fin du premier quart. C'est bien parti pour les Warriors. C'est parti pour la deuxième partie de cette première mi-temps.
And an exciting young backcourt in Washington with John Wall and Bradley Beal. Wall said that Beal is known for his appetite.
When we go out to eat, he gets like 2 meals. You know, like some people eat 1 meal and the second meal you'll get to go home. He really finishes 2 meals at one time, and it'd be like, there's no way you about to eat that. So he likes to eat a lot, and he does a great job finishing it.
You think John Wall's hungry for a championship in D.C.?
Yeah, I would certainly think. Well, not really. I've seen that dude eat exactly the way John described it. It is an unbelievable sight to behold. You literally cannot comprehend how anybody could scarf up that much food and still hoop.
Covington for 3, assists Stephen Curry.
As we move here into the second. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Something else they've done right so far from
Alley-oop,
the get-go
assist Curry sur Klay
so
Thompson.
much of their offense has come off the fast break.
And Stevenson is out there with Wilson Chandler. Then it's Gary Neal. Then it's Wall. And it's Gortat in at the 5 down low. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
And you can tell he's hungry because that's how you eat away at a lead right there. Make some highlight reel plays and shake that defense up.
Well, Greg, you're right. Not all 2 points are the same. Not when they come on a stuff like that one.
Well, I like the craftiness in his game. I mean, he can distribute or he can attack the basket, just like we saw right there.
Faute de Thompson. Curry qui n'est pas dans son assiette aujourd'hui.
Wizards making a switch here. Beal's checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. Bogut's checked in. Shot from the inbound. And Beal lays it in. Beal's got 5 now.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Bradley Beal, a devastating long-range shooter. Effortless and smooth. Textbook mechanics. When he gets in the rhythm from behind the arc, lights out, baby. Lights out.
Here's Wall following the basket by Stephen Curry. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Curry. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots.
Très bonne interception de Stephen
We've
Curry.
seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless.
Voilà,
at the
timeout
defensive end.
Washington.
Especially inside. They've really got
Suite
to
aux
pick
2
up
points de
that interior
Stephen
defense.
Curry, comme on voit
And
ici.
Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
On defense, the Warriors. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. No one near Wall as he lets it go. The Wizards with another miss. And speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked up and bulked himself up. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. But he didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight through screens and attack the rim, and he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level.
Now Beal following the 3-point attempt by John Wall. Off the pick. Here's Gortat, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Gortat's got his 2nd basket of the night. Curry kicks to Spates. Over in the corner, Barnes. Golden State moving the ball around. Thompson dishes to Bogut. Feeds it to Barnes. Good D by Stevenson.
And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, he can work for a better shot than that.
Nene, he's checked in for Washington. The Wizards shooting their first free throw of the game right now. And for Marcin Gortat, he was such a good fit for the Wizards last season. Actually, the last 2 seasons.
You know, he runs the floor very well for his size. A terrific finisher, solid in the pick and roll, can make the mid-range. You know, he's been one of the more consistent centers in our league.
Oubre is checked in for Lance Stevenson.
It's first triple of the second quarter, 3rd of the game.
Wall passes to Beal. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got 3 assists in the game.
You know, getting back to Gortat, he signed that 5-year, $60 million contract a couple of years back. Raised some eyebrows at the time because he's not a supreme athlete, but his size, effort, and refined skill set have made him worth it so far.
Here's Curry. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Stephen Curry. Curry's got 17 now. Wizards trail by 13. Oubre sets the screen for Wall. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. At the elbow, Chandler. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And talking about Gortat, I like what he can do for you defensively. Doesn't really have a vertical, but uses his length and timing to alter shots. And he moves his feet well enough to close out on shooters and also cover the pick and roll. So solid and complete in terms of a frontline player.
Wall against Curry. Chandler is screen, and Wall kicks to Nene. Ball's knocked loose. Chandler's shot good. Warriors leading by 14. Outside Curry. That 3 off the mark. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Chris Humphries has checked in for Chandler. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall. And then for Golden State, Draymond Green, he's checked in for Spates. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Livingston, no luck. Wizards trail by 12. Barbosa with the steal. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far. Washington's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Now here's Sessions. He's guarded closely. And here we go with Barbosa.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw.
Pas mal d'interceptions pour les Warriors.
Gary Neal's checked in for Beal. Robert Covington's checked in for the Warriors.
Changement Covington contre Barnes.
There's 48 seconds left in the first half of the game.
45 secondes de jeu. 43-27 pour les Warriors. Le score qui n'est pas très haut, mais
their turnaround jumper.
Quand même un bon écart.
A second chance effort. Humphries with the bucket.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against New York.
I mean, no stress in that one. The game almost looked like a shoot-around for them. I mean, amazing at how well they shot the basketball.
And even more impressive, Greg, considering it was on the road. I mean, it's rare that you'd see a team get that hot away
Green
from
first
home.
three.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Now here's Sessions, guarded closely. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
For 3, Barbosa, and another 3 for Golden State. And through one half, it hasn't even been close.
Alors voilà la fin de ce premier carton sur un score de 49-32 en faveur des Warriors.
Doris?
Yes, I'm here with Steph Curry. And Steph, much of the stresses of the coach was talking about taking care of the basketball. What kind of work has this team put in, making sure everyone is doing their best to limit those turnovers?
Écoute, Stephen Curry n'a pas beaucoup joué finalement aujourd'hui.
making sure that you make contact with the passes, and sometimes getting a shot up is better than giving it to them. So we got to just look at that and figure it out.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He ended up with 17 points, 3 assists, and 1 steal, coming off an outstanding game. All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
How about Steph Curry in this one? He's got 17 points, and the three-pointers have been dropping for him. He's got 3 of them.
And you know what, Clark? If you continue to shoot the way he is, he may have to become more of an integral part of their offensive scheme.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3, and it's Curry in at the point guard position.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And it's good.
And another 3 for Klay Thompson.
Stephen Curry, clearly one of the greatest shooters the league has ever seen. Clark, I think you could make a case that he's the best off-the-dribble three-point shooter in league history. What do you think?
I think he's the best.
That aspect.
Yeah.
Big time finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim, too, just for good measure.
Yeah, but guys, nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating every now and then.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And Wall kicks to Beal. There's a screen by Gortat. Wall's shot is off.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Barnes dishes to Green. Lets it go from deep. No luck. For Washington, they've gotten just 1 of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Shot from the low block. Again, the miss by Nene.
Tell you what, shooting 20% to start the second half doesn't bode well for how this will play out for this squad.
From deep, and it's Thompson that time on the assist by Curry.
Thompson de très très loin pour mettre un 3 points.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
Timeout, Washington.
4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Well, from the moment he stepped into the league, Klay Thompson was lights out in terms of shooting. Clark, he has never had a problem knocking one down.
Well, the first player in league history to notch 500 made threes in his first 3 seasons in the league. That is remarkable.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hi, Kevin. Randy Whitman was just going over the plan with his team. He told the huddle they need to go hard to the hoop whenever possible to either draw fouls or get high percentage looks right at the 10.
Oh, yes, sir.
Patient offense. Work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris.
And for Thompson, his three-pointer was his calling card early on, but I love the way he's expanded his game every season. He's become a very good defender and broadened his offensive game as well.
Curry kicks to Green. Here's the 3, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. The Wizards have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third.
You know, and speaking of Thompson expanding his game, he's also come out of his shell a little bit. Very quiet early on, but he has gotten more and more comfortable in the league and becoming more outspoken.
The Wizards shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
Lance Stephenson's checked in for Washington. Barnes kicks to Livingston. Spates with a screen on Chandler. Thompson loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Thompson's got 15 points. Well, the Wizards shooting for the game at 42%. Here's Stephenson, and the rebound goes to the Warriors.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Wizards shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break. And it's Wall in the corner. Down low, here's Beal, and he finishes nicely on the way. He's got 11.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Offensive rebound. Thompson inside the line. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. The Wizards have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. And Wall kicks to Chandler. Draymond Green with the rebound, and it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 20-7 run. Thompson with the bucket.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Here's Green, 11 points in the game. Beal with the steal. And Stephenson, the bucket on the assist by Wall. Stephenson's got 5.
Great pass. John Wall is really good at finding the open man.
Thompson with the bucket.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleed.
Beal gets a wide open look. They get the rebound. Over Thompson. That doesn't go either for Beal.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position. You could see the frustration on his face.
Poked away. Washington with the ball. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, plagued by foul trouble throughout in that game. I think it just forced them into some rotations that they weren't comfortable with.
Yeah, and you know, the frustrating part, guys, is that's something that can be avoided. You know, you can correct that, but you've got to move your feet and keep your hands to yourself. You've got to show some discipline.
The Warriors shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Spates. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Nene, he's checked in for Gortat. Humphries comes in for Wilson Chandler. Gary Neal's checked in for Bradley Beal. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall. Then for the Warriors, Andrew Bogut checked in for Draymond Green. Robert Covington comes in for Barnes. And it's Barbosa in for Sean Livingston. Thompson outside. Shoots the 3. He got it up that. And thanks again for joining
Voilà, dernier carton sur un score de 77-45. Les Warriors qui remportent ce match, mais le doigt dans le nez. Curry qui n'est pas dans son assiette aujourd'hui.
The Wizards shooting 43% from the floor. They've got Chris Humphries. Gary Neal is out there with Ramon Sessions. Then it's Porter. Then it's Nene in at the center position. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
Well, we all know how loud NBA arenas can get. I mean, last season there were some accusations thrown around that it wasn't all organic. I mean, some players felt as if some of the NBA crowd noise was artificial.
And up the court come the Warriors on the break.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Sessions against Barbosa, picked by Humphrey. And Leandro Barbosa gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And the Wizards making a change here. Blair's checked in. Here's Neal. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
Barbosa for 3. Good on the shot.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks and have been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, defensively, you have got to close out and contest. Even if it opens up some driving lanes, you can't give up those looks that often.
In the corner, Neal with it. The shot's good. Sessions making him pay.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
They get it again. Looney passes to Ezeli. Here's Sampson. Golden State moving it around. The shot by Looney, no good. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Humphries, no good.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allows the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Oubre is checked in for Washington. And Golden State also making a change. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Jakar Sampson. Wizards have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Sessions dishes to Porter. And it's sent back by Bogut. It's Thompson off the drive. Curry outside. Rebounded by the Wizards. In the corner, it's Oubre. Shot on the wing. Here's Blair. Goes up again. Good.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
It's Curry outside, and that one's good. Curry's got 20 points.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just are not letting up at all.
Humphries, no good.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Green kicks to Bogut. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. The Wizards have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
And Curry, here we go. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Well, if you're going to give them layups, there's no way you're going to get back in this game.
Garrett Temple has checked in for Porter. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped. You know, guys, coaching in the NBA is not for the faint of heart. Very little job security. I mean, in essence, you get hired to be fired. Let's face it, it's hard to make a bunch of millionaires do what you tell them to when they might be around longer than you will.
And so the ball out of bounds. Bogut touched it last. Washington ball. So it's the Wizards now. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And Sessions kicks to Humphries. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And speaking of coaching, sometimes you'll hear that the coach lost the team. When that happens, is that it, Clark? What's your read on it?
You know, I don't quite buy that. I think it's really rare. Winning can cover up a lot of things, and ultimately it does come down to that, being able to smooth out the rough spots, and winning is the best elixir for that.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And since the start of the fourth quarter, that three-point shot has just been there.
Yeah, exactly. Doing an excellent job, I think, finding the open guy on the perimeter. And the three-pointer is a major weapon for him right now in this quarter.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Sessions against Curry. It's good from long range. Curry's got 12 points in just the second half.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
Sessions against Curry. Humphries with a screen on Curry. Shot clock at 5. They grab their own miss, and the shot is good. Humphries has got 4 this quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Warriors.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capabilities.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for him, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47.
Sometimes, guys, it's hard during the first meeting of a season to get a feel for a team, but these guys came out and made the necessary adjustments, and I think they've got to feel good about going up 1-0 in the season series against the Wizards.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Curry. He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
The Wizards making a switch here. Chandler's checked in. Furkan Aldemir's checked in for Golden State. The shot by Chandler, wide open. Shot is off. And Golden State will come the other way. Green kicks to Curry. Green passes to Aldemir. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Sinks the triple.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
Curry can't get it to go. And the Wizards with possession. Temple dishes to Humphries. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
And really, if this had come just a little earlier, they may have been able to get back into the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. They needed this a lot sooner than they got it.
Thompson outside. The three, it's in.
And this is going to be a fantastic result for them. No win on the road comes easy.
Not in the NBA, they don't. And trust me, they're going to take a little extra pleasure in this win, having silenced an entire building of hostile fans.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a...
La victoire des Warriors 108-67, je pense. Victoire facile, hein. Enfin, j'ai pas dû me battre. Le score n'a pas été serré, juste un tout petit peu pendant les 2-3 premières minutes. Mais Washington qui a vite lâché. Voilà, le joueur du match est Stephen Curry, comme d'habitude, avec un total de points de 37 points, 8 passes décisives, 1 rebond. Voilà. On regarde la petite action de Stephen Curry. La N1, c'est 3 points, ainsi que ses layups à la Curry, et c'est 3 points magnifiques.
Just an unreal performance for him in so many ways. That was a player at the absolute top of his game. It's hard to imagine someone being any more dominant than he was tonight.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal.
Voilà, c'est la fin de ce match. Nous allons lire les commentaires. Alors Curry met 37 points, suivi de Thompson qui en a mis 26. Green 10, Barbosa. Non, Green 11, Barbosa 10. Alors nous allons lire les commentaires. 2 belles victoires d'affilée. L'équipe tourne au plein régime. Vous devez être fiers. Nous sommes très fiers. Alors voilà les commentaires. Real NBA Fan 18 dit: on a l'impression que les Wizards n'y croient même plus. Ils ont perdu 6 matchs d'affilée. Les Warriors confirment leur série de défaites des Wizards avec 6 au total. Les Warriors l'ont emporté 30 fois de suite et continuent de se balader. 30e victoire consécutive pour nous ce soir. Voilà, donc Andrew Bogut a une il devrait jouer contre les Thunder. Alors voilà, merci à tous d'avoir suivi ce live. On se retrouve donc demain. Ouais, demain. Pour le prochain match. Encore un petit commentaire visiblement. Voilà. Ok, donc merci à tous d'avoir suivi le live. On se retrouve très bientôt. C'était Nathan Wally pour NBA 2K TV.